Good afternoon, my people. What is going on? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the Chief Visionary Officer and founder of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 198. Woo, we almost at 200 of the new recorded sessions. And we are in the 15 days of Christmas series, and we're at day 12, not very much longer to go in the series. But before we get into today's content, I want to practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you to each and every one of you who are here with me as I stream live across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the Wealth Our Way Network YouTube page. If you have not slid over to YouTube and subscribed to Wealth Our Way Network, please do so today. I also want to give the Wow Nation salute to the many members of Wealth Our Way Nation who will only be able to watch this program in its pre-recorded state overnight, over the weekend, on their lunch break, anywhere they can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then, of course, the heartfelt how are you to the good folks on the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio of this very here program. We had a great show last night. A shout out again to Miss Tamika McFadden, who talked to us about the inefficiencies of the healthcare system and how she's teaching people in her community to advocate for themselves as it pertains to the healthcare system. Today, we're going to talk about budgeting, but we're also going to go into details. And I think I'm going to start with the details of the Thought That Counts. It's the Thought That Counts holiday giveaway here at Wealth Our Way. One of the things that I do at Wealth Our Way, I make every effort to put my money where my mouth is, so to speak. I know people probably wish I covered my mouth up with money because I talk a lot, but I always make an effort to not just verbally give back to the community, not to just do these programs on education and financial literacy and financial empowerment, but to also put money into the community. I think the very first contest we had a couple of years back, we paid rents and mortgages for contest winners. Last year, we gave money to contest winners to open up IRAs, individual retirement accounts. This year, we're going to give money. The recipient will not be the person who applies for the contest. We're putting a little spin on things. I like to get creative here. And what we're doing is we're having a contest where the entrant is nominating someone else to win the proceeds. And we're giving away $250 to the best entry that I read, that our staff comes across and reads, that basically tells why you feel someone is in need, but also deserving of a helping hand this holiday season. Someone who does well for other people. They're always thinking of other people. And as a result, the energy comes back full circle because they will find that someone else was thinking about them and they'll receive a blessing from Wealth Our Way as a result. So what we're going to do, because it's December 8th now, we have 17 days till Christmas. I'd like to get the contest started today. I'd like to have the entries in as soon as possible, and I'd like to judge the entries and announce the winner on December 22nd. So that does not leave a lot of shows. We'll have the December, the December 13th show, the December 15th show, the December 20th show, and then on the December 22nd show, I want to be awarding this $250. So 4 shows from today, not a lot of time, 2 weeks. With that being said, the contest is very, very simple. I'm not going to ask a lot of you. Send in emails to info@wealthourway.com. I'll put it in the chat. info@wealthourway. I don't have my glasses on, so let's start with that. I can't see anything. So let's go with info@wealthourway.com. That is the address that you will need to send your information into. And it's a short email. It's as involved as you need it to be so that you think you win. But basically, talk about the person who you're nominating. Please give me their name, their contact information via email is all I need, and why you feel as though this person is deserving of a helpful hand. You know, what something along the lines of how helpful they are to other people. and then you'll make that nomination. I'll do the evaluating, me and my crack staff here at Wealth Our Way, and we will bless the winner with $250. We just trying to do big things every year. There's so much going on where people are tearing other people down, critiquing, judging, just looking at outward things that are going on and not reflecting inward at things that they can improve themselves. And it's making the world a less happy place overall. Oh, shout out to Brittany Greiner. She was freed. I don't know the details. I only get my news from social media because I cannot stand the news. And side note, I hate that they have, I shouldn't use hate, too strong a word. I seriously dislike that news has now become so intertwined in social media, that there's a news button on Facebook, that my timeline is flooded with current events. I kind of go to social media to veg out and get away from that, and there it is. But I did see on many a timeline of my friends that Brittany Greiner is free. I don't know the details. I understand there was some type of arrangement where we swapped someone that we held of Russian descent for Brittany. I'm happy she's home with her family, if she's not home, on a plane on her way home, because whether you're a Brittany Greiner fan, whether you're a person who believes she was unjustly incarcerated, no matter what your beliefs are, she's a human being. And the reality is that we have to start having empathy for each other. It's the holiday season. There are people who know her personally and love her with every bit of their being. You may not know her personally. You may not love her with every bit of your being, but there's somebody who does. So put yourself in their shoes. Think about someone you know personally and love with every part of your being, and how you would feel if that person was torn away from you for an undetermined amount of time, and now you're getting them back in your arms, in your household, in your proximity. And be happy. Just be happy, people. Let's try to make this holiday season a season of cheer. With that being said, we are in day 12 of the 15 Days of Christmas series. And I got to shout out the good folks at NerdWallet, because I've completely plagiarized all of their information for the 15 Days of Christmas series. I get, and they don't mind, they like their information shared, but I get weekly reads from NerdWallet. And the 15 Days of Christmas has basically been a weekly reads that I got about a month and a half ago, with 22 ways to save for end of year. And I've just repurposed them and put the tank slant on them as to how to bring it to my audience, that they could use these 22 ways. And I've condensed them. I've taken some that are related and combined them into one. And this is the last of the 22. So for the next few days of Christmas, I got to come up with my own material. But today we're talking about budgeting. You guys know how I feel about budgeting. Budgeting is the crux. It's the cornerstone. It is the linchpin of all things financial planning and all things that we talk about here at Wealth Our Way. So there are many ways to budget. The budget that was suggested in this particular episode of NerdWallet, which I'm going to convey with you guys now, is a very simple budget to follow. Very simple. And here's the thing. Financial planning, as a lot of things are, is more art than science. What does that phrase mean? People use it a lot. When you say something is more art than science, people can accept that art will come out of the artist differently from artist to artist. So people don't expect it to only be one way when you call it art. Science, on the other hand, is something that we want to prove, and we want to have facts, and we want to know it's tested and it has a good theory behind it. So we expect science to be the same. So when something says it's more art than science, that's basically a way of saying that if you gave 50 different people this task to do, you'd probably get about 40 different ways that it got done. There's no one right way to do it, is when people use that phrase, it's an art and not a science. Budgeting is the same way. There is no one budget that works for everybody. There's no one budget that is time tested and proven to be a more successful way to budget than another way. Like most plans, the best plan is the one that you're going to stick to, that you're going to actually understand and put your energy behind and execute. So with budgeting, I tend to think, like all change, You want to start simple. You want to make it so it's not too hard to follow. And then once you get some energy and some momentum behind you, if you want to take your budgeting to the next level, you can do that at that time. So the budget that's referred to in this particular program today is called the 50-30-20 budget. 50-30-20. I'm gonna put that in the chat. And let's see if I can do it, even though I can't see that well. Let's go. I don't want to put my glasses on, so I'm being stubborn. The 50-30-20 budget. What does the 50-30-20 budget mean? It means that with every dollar that comes into your household, all your money that comes into your household, and even that is up to subject because some people use the total amount of money they make. Some people use their take-home pay. I'm going to make it simple and say it's your take-home pay. It's what money comes in every 2 weeks, every month, however you get paid. Take 50% of that money and dedicate it to everything that you have to do. Your rent or mortgage, your car note, getting groceries, your daily needs. 50%, half of your money goes to those daily needs. 30% goes to things that you want to do. You want to travel, you want to get your hair cut, you want to buy some new shoes, you want to get your nails done, you want to go out with some friends for a drink. 30% of your money can finance what you want to do on a daily basis. The final 20% should be dedicated to savings and investment and debt reduction. So basically it's three categories that 20% can feed: your investments, your savings. And if you've been following 15 Minutes of Finance and Wealth Our Way, you do know there's a difference between savings and investments. Your savings, your investments, and more importantly, your debt reduction. I like that they lumped all three of these together because when I'm helping people with financial planning, they're often surprised to know that I'm just as quick to advise them to pay down debt as I am to open up an investment account. Because at the end of the day, we're using the best use of a dollar, a Wealth Our Way phrase, to get the most return on their money. So if I have a client come into my office and they have $20,000 of credit card debt, and the credit card debt is being charged at 20% every year, and they just got $100,000, and they're like, Tank, what should I do? I want to invest it. Okay, we will invest some, we will save some, but do you realize the best use of your dollar is to take $20,000 and pay that credit card debt down? That there's no investment I'm going to show you that's going to earn you an after-tax 20% guaranteed. And that's what paying down 20% in credit card debt is. It's an after-tax guaranteed rate of return. So the best use of dollar would be to pay down debt. So the 50-30-20 is 50% of your money going to needs, 30% going to wants, 20% going to savings, investments, and debt reduction. I hope y'all got that because, I'm done. That's a wrap. I boom, 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 and I'm out the room. I got a busy afternoon servicing clients and working on my various ventures. So I'm going to let you guys have the rest of your day back to yourself. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Tuesday. And remember, wealth is not only for the wealthy.